All right, Pisces, your cards are laid out. We are going to go ahead and get started. So, we did a short today with the Union Divine Masculine, and the Romantic Love card came out. So, that is so crazy that it does come out in the focus, lo and behold. And so, I didn't like reshuffle the deck, I extended the short just to see what it was about. So, in the situation or whatnot, you have union. Again, we have the master number 44, and we also have the divine masculine coming in at what's crossing this union. So it may be you, someone in your environment, or the cross watcher, but the focus is on romantic love, right? Some situations we focus on that, and the complication is within that. Is it friendship? Is it romantic love? Is it toxic? Is it karmic? What we doing, type deal. So I love that. Now, in the recent past, for some of you guys, we have tenderness with the number 40. Now, this is new, right? So if you saw the short, then you may be up to date on the first three cards. But here we have tenderness. The energy of tenderness activates our capacity to open our hearts and approach the world and each other with gentleness and care. I will say the significance in the wording. You have wholeness. This one specifically mentioned, what did I just read? World, actually, literally, right? You have whole in this card. And then this one was just about the masculine. It supports our strong focus, active side, and that's why it's the number 22. So strong focus and your active side could be what's crossing this situation or this union, which isn't a bad thing. We could have the female in the situation accessing that energy, and it also could represent a male, so don't get caught up on the gender. I don't believe it's a family member or a friend. For some of you, there could have been chemistry or some sort of attraction in this situation, or that's what we're focused on in general. If there's not a specific person that crosses your mind, you do not have to force it, okay? Tenderness is super cute. Every time I get this card, I roll my eyes. And if you are in a strong energy or a focused energy or just being active, don't get me wrong, I love tenderness next to this earth card, and I love tenderness next to healing, and I love the turquoise and the white and the blue and the greens, right? It's giving. But I also see forgiveness, and I intuitively felt some things that are kind of like, I don't want to say different, but the intuitive thing that I felt, I'll save it so I don't spoiler, right? But I felt something intuitively, and when I looked at the bottom of the deck and the next few cards over here, because I still have I thought you guys could see it, but it's kind of cut up. I still have the deck right here. I was like, ha, I was right. So we're going to talk about that. So just sit tight. But I saw tenderness, and I was like, maybe it was your energy. Maybe it's the person that's on your mind. Maybe it wasn't me per se, because I didn't have anyone in mind. It's just when this card came out and it said tenderness, I was like, right? Like, psh. So this person or the situation could not be something you get immediately excited about or all heart warm for. You could get a psh or, you know what I mean, out of this person or this situation. That could have happened in the past. There could have been forgiveness and tenderness regarding a situation or it not being present that came up in a past situation. But crowning you, what's on your mind, what's in the thoughts, what someone is thinking, we have Earth, okay? So this is a very beautiful card, and it matches the tenderness, okay? The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. So it could be spirit that is showing this person or activating the more spiritual side of this masculine energy that's crossing this union. All right. I also feel that some of you, it could be an earth sign. 6 may be significant if that's your path, your purpose, or where we are in the transits. Okay. Now, in the near future, when I saw communication given the number 14 of like temperance, I thought that was like super cool. I love the realm around it. Beautiful crown energy. So this communication and this earth energy, like I said, where it talks about a connection, it talks about the physical plane, but showing the beauty of all aspects and the ethereal realm and spiritual aspects of our nature. So there could be a transformation, a situation transforming, or how we communicate is transforming. And guess what it's crossing? The masculine energy and also forgiveness. So let's see. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, okay, both incoming and outgoing, through our hearts, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. So it does say to run it through your heart. This crossing energy where it says we have our focus is on our active side, and this 22 giving this 4 with this 44. And if I'm thinking about the Emperor and the King of Swords both share this very focused, stern, head over heart sort of energy. But this communication in the near future is a little bit different, and I feel that this tenderness and this earth energy could have something to do with it. Now, your approach. When I saw the number 13, I immediately thought about some sort of transformation, and it's very close to transmutation. Now, I've been having this deck for years, but this is a new deck, so I'll say about a year. Why am I bringing that up? Because you have 23, 24, 14, and 13 with 2 master numbers on the board. And then judgment, the number 20 is in the environment. So this is very much so significant too. A twin flame, a soulmate, a situation resurrecting or finally being over. It talks about our discernment, our purpose, our path. It is a very strong number and could even include why you met this person or why you even reincarnated. This person could have something to do with your reincarnation. So I think that that's super dope. But 13 next to 14 gives like spirit, and it gives like temperance. It also gives a guaranteed changes on the horizon, and it may be in how someone communicates or actions. And that's super dope when it talks about a relationship. If there's some distance, or there's like things being implemented into a situation to bring it into wholeness, I definitely like that because it gives me more clues, okay, to interpret the message for you. But it just says that there is definitely change. I mean, temperance is about tempering oneself. And if I talk about masculine energy and what some planets that may have a strong connection to Mars are doing with Mars counterpart, Venus, it may be provoking some of these things. We recently had some eclipse and a full moon and all kind of stuff. So there's a lot on the horizon, a lot of change possibly. So anyway, with coherence, I love that it seems as if union, romantic love was doing a thing, right? And then the tenderness or spirit stepped in and you have communication. So something outside of you guys is probably going to bring about some sort of communication. I feel that forgiveness, of course, is a huge deal. And it's like, are we accepting it, or is somebody big enough to offer it? Okay, because there could have been some attempts in the past. Somebody could have tried this approach or have fear of trying this approach with you, or just within a romantic sort of situation. Okay, but coherence. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the. I could just shut up sometimes. I always say there ain't nothing changed, y'all. Okay, because I've been taking breaks and stuff, honey, trying to get things together for you guys, and I'm so excited. So shameless plug, I got so much in store. Not only am I, the spirit is like, it's a long story. I ain't going to do it now, but spirit be pushing Pisces TV, and I was like, spirit, I don't have to change the name back to Pisces TV to do Pisces reading. So here we are. After a few breaks, it was 2 years, then I came back, and then I was like, and then I'm here again. It's spirit doing this. I don't want you to look at me any differently, but I just follow spirit, because if it wasn't for spirit, I wouldn't even be on YouTube. So if spirit is pushing something, I'm not bigger than the program, and here we are. What point was I making with that? this color, right? This coherence. And then, okay, because I'd be losing it with my ADD. So union, romantic love, spirit came in, the earth energy came in, boom. Oh, it's bigger than y'all. This communication is bringing about some sort of change, and I feel like it's outside of you and this person. So spirit is doing something. All right. If this is within you, it could talk about your connection to spirit, but spirit is like, no, focus on romantic love. Okay, and then I was talking about the Emperor and the King of Swords and how they're kind of stubborn and how somebody could have tried something in the past, but trying to be tender. Okay, back to here, right? Okay, cool. So my ADD didn't mess up. Thank you, because somebody, I hear y'all watching this, trying to get me back right, and I appreciate that. The heart with the mind. Oh yeah, and I was like, okay, because back in the day, I used to intuitively read, and then I'll read from whatever the card is, and it's the same thing. And I'd be like, if I just shut up. So that's why I said nothing has changed. We still doing our same thing, Pisces. Anyway, so yeah, it says the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So this is your approach card. It's just as serious as the advice and outcome for the environment. And it has Scorpio here. So for some of you guys, it could be an earth sign. Others of you, I get strong air energy with this communication. I get fire with the transmutation. And you know, Scorpio is like the fire of water. So however that works for you, Scorpio energy so close to this number 20 is given like Scorpio with judgment. Now, Scorpio for some, right? Because I'm a Pisces. But to me, and the general interpretation of tarot, like Scorpio represents the past, karma, debt. You know, it's like a very strong energy. I'm not going to lie to you. And so close to the number of the judgment card just talks about a situation from the past and like dues. You know, I don't want to say it wrong like it's a negative thing because it's not, but it's just, you said coherent. Okay, well, that's coherence. It's just a few different things. And Spirit is pointing out the harmony in it. So it's not a bad thing. Thank you, Spirit. It's just a lot, and it's like really important, and it all goes together, and it all kind of makes sense, even if it doesn't make sense to us human beings. It's like there's the thing wrapped up in this thing that's bigger than the people that could be involved in it. Which is a big deal, okay? Now, in the environment, you have forgiveness. This pretty crystalline flake, all right? I love the white. I love the yellow. It's giving judgment, you know, it's giving Gabrielle, but it's also giving like chariot energy. I don't know why, because it's like this wheel, and then you have the yellow or the gold from like the solar plexus, and then you have the white, and I'm just feeling it all. But the card says the energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. So there's a situation in the near future, guys, where you're going to have to process something. You're really going to have to process it. And I don't know if you have to process it first, or it's just telling you in general. Okay. Well, the alarm says that you may have to process it first. And what I was going to say is, or just like overall in general, your form of communication may take actually being authentic to what's in the heart versus being like very analytical, sharp, and smart, which is sort of masculine, but feminine energy is connected more to the spirit, to the heart, to the intuition, which is going to come up later over here in this deck. So that's kind of dope. Now, in the hopes and fears, we have the number 9. Okay, there is someone in this situation, whether you guys are talking or not, whether they were nice to you or not, or it could be you, that does fear endings. Now, I don't know if there was an ending in the past that's kind of like triggery for them or for you, but endings hurt. Endings have hurt, or endings are challenging. And this could be deep because the judgment card is here. Sometimes there's a fear of things ending. There's a fear of things stopping that could have developed early on, when you reincarnated. Some people think differently when it comes to death itself. Losing something, like you apply for a job and you get it, but then you worry about how long it's gonna last. Things like that. How long is this relationship gonna last, or it's gonna be over. That kind of like nervous energy. I don't see just this relationship being the issue. If there's someone dealing with that, that does give a more life purposey, reincarnated, a whole bunch rolled up into one kind of energy. But we have attraction here, which with the yellow is super beautiful, and it's kind of like the indigo, right, of the communication, coherence, union, romantic love, and divine masculine, links up with this forgiving, divine sort of energy, and I guess either shows its fears, or helps it become more tender and less triggered by its fears, to maybe give something a shot or prepare for whatever's coming up in the near future. And I think that's kind of cool. But this is also the hope card. So be excited, get optimistic. You'll attract with that. Be honest with yourself, open up your hearts, and align that with what you're thinking and what you're focused on. But don't be overly focused and, like I said, analytical. Kind of feel it. So the energy of attraction amplifies the qualities that attract and support us on our journey toward inner balance and harmony. Every time I see balance and harmony, we are in Libra season. So strength, which is Leo, a lot of strength has come up for you Pisces this week. And then I'm getting a lot of balance and harmony. So it's like 2 cups, 2 pentacles, which is why that's the 22 there. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The last card we have 23. Now I'm going to finish this beautiful thing, because once I crossed that beautiful energy, it transformed and it transmuted. And by the time I got here, I done softened up some. But I'll still, for those of you that are watching, give you that intuitive energy that this card provoked. Okay? So we have the triangle, we have the trifecta, but we have this added bonus. You got 3 circles on the corners of this triangle. And sometimes that does talk about communication and with the divine, right? You have the, what do I call it, indigo blue back here, that's still morphing from this very strong energy with communication and how we do that, and the masculine and the union itself and spirit, okay? The frequency of dynamics supports our ability to once again harmonize between 2 layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. So some of you guys could be manifesting and attracting in something that is entirely different from what you've been experiencing in your current life path. And I think that that's dope. And what if, okay, just hear me out, what you've been through and who you've been isn't what you're becoming or what you're attracting. So it would cause for some sorts of adjustments. You may have to alter how you speak, what you think of love, and how you move. Because if you're before we're in like survival mode, or just, breaking generational curses, if you were just the one that the ancestors were rooting for to make differences, that's like hard work. That's blood, sweat, and tears. It ain't a lot of soft life involved in that, right? And so if you're coming into new phases where forgiveness, tenderness, romance, and coherence is involved, then I can understand harmonizing the different layers of you, these different experiences, and preparing for different frequencies. That's super dope. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Now, I will say, for my soulmates, couples, twin flames, those of you that are of like collectives that may have not even met each other, but have experienced some of the same things to where this resonates with both of you and you haven't even met yet, this gives me an oddball. This gives me a long shot. And the reason why I say that is it's less likely to happen for the common folk, but it is possible. And because it is possible, it is likely that by short percentages it has happened. Like when you work out with somebody that you don't think you're destined to work out. You think this situation is karmic and it's just been a pain in your ass and a headache the whole time, but you love them the most and you really wish it would work. Both of y'all probably think that, right? This is a wild card where that type of relationship could work with spirits, mysterious divine intervention, and there's an implement of ease where it was once not so easy, and there's an implement of grace and joy where you're familiar with this person, but maybe haven't softened up, healed, or forgive whatever negative aspects could have infiltrated the situation, or vice versa, because I have both familiar and completely new. So I think that that's super dope. If this is about an existing relationship or the person that's been on your mind, since the beginning. And for those of you that may not be in a relationship, have no idea who we're talking about or who this could be for you, then it may represent something that you're coming into for the month of October. Now, for those of you that just want to laugh for shits and giggles, when I saw 23, I connected that to a 5, and I feel intuitively, or just like this is a subjective dark humor, where I was like, fuck this, because it looks good, you know what I mean? But I feel like something that was over, and that was over, and this person is still coming back to try to communicate, but is very stubborn, has not changed at all, and is going to try to woo you because you are tender and may be very attracted to them, or there's something attractive they want from the situation, or you. Crossing this earth card could be physical, so it doesn't even represent the spirit. It's like an opportunist. But when I saw this card and the number 23, I don't know why Capricorn or like the devil card popped up, or the number 5 popped up, or like red flag popped up. And then, as I laughed, I turned it on the bottom of the deck, and you guys got another 20, something else provoking that discernment is necessary. Okay. And then the next couple of cards that would have come out are the third eye chakra, which I felt that coming, where there's all this indigo stuff. You're blinded by something because it was in the backdrop the whole time. And then it's like, pow, you know what I'm saying? You have the root chakra. So here's another one, intuition. Now I'm going to tell you how nosy I am. I'm super, super nosy. Okay. And then we have commitment. Ooh, let's pull a card on that. Because coherence was one thing, but commitment is another, and that could be coming up. So we're going to pull a card on that in just a second because I'm nosy. So I took a whole nother deck. Hold on, because I'm still being nosy. Hold on, wait. Okay. Ooh, expression. Okay, with the number 19. All right. So third eye, first chakra, and intuition says that you already know what's going on with this situation. And for me to have a sense of Capricorn or the devil card or just some complicated, relationship, I was like, okay, so I'm not just being goofy with my dark humor and being negative. For some of you guys, it is exactly that. Like, you already know what's up. There may be some sort of trauma involved or trigger involved, and spirit is communicating with you, which is connected to your intuition, giving you the game, right? So then I took these cards. I looked at the bottom of the deck. Was this the deck? Okay, yeah, the High Priestess, and I didn't move anything. The High Priestess comes up, the King of Pentacles comes up, and then the Queen of Rods. And I felt that the High Priestess is silence. This is a soulmate connection for sure, but you guys are not going to really get it together until you have both matured. So the one person that has not matured in this situation that could be challenging the situation is the one still left responsible for mastering itself, still caught up in that root chakra, and may be physical or an opportunist, while you, on the other hand, she is attracting, she is intuitive, and she is very fertile, right? She's also the grace in the strength when necessary, but she's also a very fiery, protective energy when necessary. And that could be where the discernment comes to play. That also could be the head over heart situation where some of us are being guided to the heart. Others of us, our discernment. So, honey, we got this Ace of Cups right here where I think about the divine, some sort of offer or a union. Now, thank you, Spirit, for reminding me. Initially and intuitively off camera when I saw this, I said that some of us gonna, stop that where it started, and you're probably more focused on your responsibilities. You're focused on your money. You're focused on, the physical things where like the feminine energy is like, I ain't worried about Cujo. I'm getting myself together, and that's where the roles are reversed, I want to say. So some of my femmes could be coming in this very strong energy because we're following spirit, looking into the intuition, connected to this high priestess, or just like moving in silence. But that's what I got from these two cards. Now, for those of you where this dominant energy doesn't necessarily represent the fam that's, about her money and doing something else. Look, as I say that, you got the Two of Cups. Let's just see what we got here. You have the Knight of Swords, ooh, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Rods. So I feel that this is someone that somewhere in the situation, impulse, and saying things that that were not well thought out. Oh, so this situation could require a little bit of patience and slowing down, but it still guarantees some sort of commitment and getting to the finish line. I see the root chakra back here, and I see this little red dot in the background, so that could be significant to the storyline. Okay, which may represent the sun. The sun talks about awareness. Everybody's moving forward into the future, though. There's someone who's very sharp and maybe verbally, articulate, because this isn't communicating at all, and this is like chopping somebody down, okay, verbally. We have here a very mature energy that could lack attraction in that root area, so it would be more financial, I feel, or contractual, because it ain't all that to me. But it's worth a commitment. I could see it going somewhere or having some sort of financial gain, and that's fair. Some of you don't care, or this person may not care about attraction, like sexually, or how someone looks. They're looking for someone that they can build with, that there could be financial success with, or someone that they can tolerate. So that's cool. Now, the Page of Rods talks about an unexpected guest. So some of you guys intuitively sensing something, you're right, or your intuition and manifesting abilities or some sort of attraction is pulling this person. I don't want to say triggering this person, but could be pulling this person to where you receive some sort of news. Okay. And I know the Page of Wands is also an energy of optimism, trying to figure something out. And at the same time, it represents something that was not well thought out, but acted upon or responded to or something like that. So it's like not even taking a moment to really take it in, but something happening. And maybe this is why the card says take a moment with the heart, because of some sort of communication. Okay, so unpack that. Look at that. We got Capricorn, we got the sun. Hold on, let me see one more. I'll take one more. Ooh, so there could be some communication. There may be some boundaries set. There could be a new way of thinking. We're no longer binded. Somebody's coming into awareness of some sort. They're very well. This is the union. But look, thank you, Spirit. Spirit be looking out for your girl, because I don't know why I felt right here. Look at this. Right here, right there. Some sort of communication, okay, with this union, but I did feel this. So I don't know, maybe we'll do another extended, or the energy will come back in. But for now, guys, I do hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button if it resonates, or if you were entertained. Until next time.